right, for 5 and 6, we're going to simplify each rational expression. We're really trying to like factor the top, factor the bottom, and cancel out anything we can factor. So if I look at my equation, we had x squared minus 5x divided by x squared minus 25. I'm going to work on the top first. Now if I look at that, what can I take out of both my first term and my second term? Well, I notice I have an x squared and a negative 5x, so both of them have an x. So we're going to have x out front, and then we want to divide each of these terms by x. So if I divide x squared by x, I just get x. If I divide negative 5x by x, I get negative 5. Then we have to look at the bottom. On the bottom, we have x squared minus 25. Now, if you have an x squared and then you have another number being subtracted from it, you want to check and see if those two are perfect squares. If they are, you can do the difference of squares. Remember, if you do difference of squares, you have two factors. One is a plus and one is a minus in the middle. For your first term, take the square root of the first thing. The square root of x squared is just x, so x goes first for both. For your second term, take the square root of the second thing. The square root of 25 is 5, so 5 would go second for both. Now we have everything factored, so we can cancel things out. Remember, if there's something that's the same on the top and the bottom, you can cancel it out. So I notice we have a x minus 5 and we have an x minus 5, so those two are going to cancel, and I'm left with x over x plus 5 as my final answer. And that is your fraction simplified. For number 6, we have x squared plus 13x plus 40. And then we're dividing by x squared minus 2x minus 35. We're going to simplify the top first. To do that, I'm going to try to do the x method. We want something that multiplies to 40 and adds, that's a plus, to 13. So we have to find something that multiplies to 40, adds to 13. My two factors that multiply to 40 and add to 13 are going to be 8 and 5. 8 times 5 gives me 40. 8 plus 5 gives me 13. So that means the top of my fraction is going to be x plus 8 and x plus 5. Oops, I wrote 4. We still need to find our denominator, so I'm going to have to factor that one too. This one, we're going to factor the same way. We're going to use our x method again. For this time, I'm looking for something that multiplies to negative 35 and adds to negative 2. That one is going to be negative 7 and a positive 5. Negative 7 times 5 gives me negative 35. Negative 7 plus 5 gives me a negative 2. So my denominator is going to be x minus 7 and x plus 2. Or excuse me, plus 5. Again, we're looking for things that are the same. Those can cancel. We have an x plus 5 on top. We have an x plus 5 on the bottom. So my final answer would be x plus 8 divided by x minus 7. And that is your answer for number 6.